Let's see.
Well, you also got to get down here. So I mean,
Well, yeah,
you
Yeah.
should.
Well, he has
get
a
down
car.
here. So yeah, it's hard to DJ my wedding when you're up there. They're
You do
almost
it
like
over
cookie
Skype.
biscuits. That'd be funny, yeah.
It'd be a
Almost
Zoom
like
call.
you're still talking about scones. Almost like cookie biscuits.
Ripped.
Man,
Dog is chasing something in her sleep.
Fucking
that
skull.
edible I ate took a while to kick in, but when it did, whoo, on a fucking ride. It's like a little game I play every day. Like, when am I gonna get high? You know what I mean? Like, is it gonna be like right when I need to do something important? I don't know. Let's find out. You know?
Let's find out.
That's a gamble I can't play. Why edibles are.
Usually, if I fuck up at work when I do take one, I do eat one. I just blame it on the computer because it's such a piece of shit.
You just say, "Oh,
It's believable."
fucking still loading."
Yeah.
Because
Since we switched over to MP4s, these Macs just don't like MP4s, dude. It takes fucking like 10 minutes to render out, I don't know, like a minute and a half piece.
Well, blame it
Waiting
on
some-
the fucking Macs then.
blame it on the Mac.
Yeah, because they're like engineered for MOVs. Final Cut is.
We're live.
I'm like, man.
That's what you have to switch your switch your I forgot what I was gonna say. Video editing software.
Apparently you did.
We're live, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So tonight on the Red Eye Report, we're going to talk about storming the Capitol. With us, well, just this all happened today. This all happened today, so our facts might even be looser than our morals.
Are we looking up?
The social commentary tonight will be provided by Magazilla Mistic, Oathkeeper Heartbreaker Oracle, Don't Tread on Me Teddy, and of course myself, All-American Ashtray. And this is the Red Eye Report.
That was your whole intro?
Oh, right. I had to do it quick.
He just found out it was his show, bro.
Like 4.5, 5 hours ago.
Yeah,
well, I had to take a nap.
He didn't believe it until now, though.
Fuck, I had to take a nap.
He didn't believe it until now.
All right. No, hold on. I got someone right now just accusing me of reporting them and getting banned again. It's like, fuck no.
Yeah, because you need to respond to them and not fucking do the show.
Yeah,
right.
Sorry,
I'm fucking focused, dude.
Eddie, fuck you. You've taken your headphones off and went to the bathroom.
Yes, not while I was doing
in the middle of an answer and shit.
Not in the middle of my answer. No, while one of y'all motherfuckers was talking.
All right.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Get the show started. Fuck y'all.
So, anyways, as anyone listening to us live knows, today shit went down. The MAGA crowd pushed into the Capitol.
No, Patriots, sir, pushed into the Capitol, trying to free us from a tyrannical government. Okay, 4 more years.
Yeah.
Stop the steal.
Can you pronounce it correctly too, please?
Pronounce what correctly?
What? It's not MAGA.
MAGA?
It's MAGA.
MAGA?
America.
Yeah, don't disrespect the fucking. Don't disrespect
I'm disrespecting the MAGA.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Anyways, as people who've watched the news today see, Trump's little stop the steal march, which he apparently claimed he was going to lead on a march up to the Capitol.
The only thing that man's gonna lead a march to is fried chicken.
Oh yeah, he went out and talked to them and told them to go march on the Capitol. And then I guess they said they kind of secretly, the Secret Service just whisked him back into his motorcade and drove him back into the White House. And so he didn't actually lead this crowd to the Capitol, but he told them to go to the Capitol and that, they won fair and square. Of course, he says that they've won in a landslide. Haven't had it. Of course, can't provide any proof. I think there's over 60 court cases now have been shut down because once these court cases come in front of the actual court, there's no meat. There's no there. And because they know they can't just make completely known false accusations in the court.
Did you say there was no there?
And
okay.
So they so these cases have been, failing and failing, and this is his last gasp.
The White House.
What's that?
Nothing. Go.
What are you derailing me for?
Because it's funny to me.
These MAGA people are decided they're going to storm up to the Capitol, and while they're doing this ceremony that normally we don't watch, it's only shown on C-SPAN. It's done after the president, or it's after the Electoral College formalizes their votes in each state. Those votes are then sent to the Senate, and there's a ceremony where they basically all say, yep, each state reads their votes in, even though this has already been reported months ago, and they make it official, and the vice president, as like head of the Senate, is just there ceremoniously. So they're doing this thing we normally wouldn't give a shit about, but there's these 12 senators who are like, oh, we're gonna stand there and say we disagree. We don't think, even though you counted cool. 3 times, that we don't think you counted right. You haven't proved it. Prove it. And so these fuckers start abstaining. I guess they only got to the state of Arizona. They go alphabetically.
Oh wow.
And that's when all of a sudden it was like there's this chaos they hear outside, and it was because
they didn't get through the A's.
All they had was freaking, it was like less security than a concert. When you compare to the
Black Lives Matter protests in the
summer. Black Lives Matter protests when they rubber bulleted them and tear gassed them out of the way so Trump could go there and hold up a book known as the Bible.
Right,
upside down.
Well, I mean, also, if you look at the presence on the stairs of them in full riot gear and shit, just waiting for protesters. I mean, from Black Lives Matter in the summer.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a start.
Like, people are going to be protesting about, minority rights. Oh, we better, they could steal our televisions. We better get some National Guard out on the line and ready. And yeah, here it just kind of seems like it was a fucking afterthought.
Right. Yeah, and
now,
he was threatening.
Yeah, like everyone took vacation on the same day.
Well, no, okay. So I there's a lady on NBC. I think I shared the clip, and she made a very good point. Is that when these people are not they walked in and they walked up the stairs, they pushed their way in, and these people were never at once in fear of the cops. They weren't ever. Because these people don't fear the cops and everything else,
right?
And that's kind of a fucked up way to think about it, especially like going back to the shit that happened in the summer.
The cops should make them fear them.
Well, no, not make them fear them, but
that's what I'm saying.
Start pelting them with fucking rubber bullets and shit.
Right, exactly.
Tear gas.
But they don't think that they're like we're not rioters, we're not fucking breaking into a Nike. That's not going to happen to us, and it didn't happen to them.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even to this time.
Yeah, we're just breaking into the U.S. Capitol.
Arrest ever happened. I mean,
right? We don't have a Gucci store in here. There's no way there'll be violence.
We don't have a Gucci store.
If Gucci wasn't so expensive, I wouldn't have to loot. Fuck you. It's partly their fault.
Well, yeah, so they start storming the Capitol, and of course, this is just kind of what we know so far, is that they right away, like Secret Service, ran up, oh, Mr. Pence, we got to save you. And, he just kind of started slinking away like the old weird Q-tip creepy Joe he is. And he, so he disappears, and then, like, I think Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, like all the top people, of course, were whisked away right away. Some of the other members were kind of like, because you have to hang out there while everybody's doing their turn and stuff. So some of them were up in the ladies gallery, the upper area where you like
The
guests
nosebleeds
and the public can sit normally when it's not COVID time.
Yeah.
And
the plebes, let them sit in the balconies.
they so they're up there in the nosebleed section, but they're just watching. But because they were up there, they were like stuck, and they just had to stay there and remain in place. While, as you've probably seen some of the pictures, they basically barricaded those front doors, and had like 4 Secret Service agents with pistols trained right at the windows while the protesters are busting them out. Those little like triangle windows.
And that's when that bitch got shot.
No,
in the fucking on the floor there. Yeah.
I don't know if it was that door, but there is video.
From the video that you showed in the glass, the glass from the inside of the picture with the guys with their guns straight on there. It looked like the same glass. And also that dude, that still picture where they got the guns up, and that one guy with that fucking with his eye right there,
his head in, his eye.
I'm like, use it. I mean, yeah, that.
Right. Look at all these fuckers with their phones out as they're streaming.
Oh yeah, they're storming and streaming at the same time. It's like the fucking, it's how you riot in 2020 now.
The thing is, dude, is they're not fucking knocking off. They're not stealing cell phones out of a fucking Boost Mobile. These are the steps of the fucking Congress. You know what I mean?
It's not like they burned down a.
You don't trespass there.
I mean, yeah, it's the vice president was inside along with Congress. I mean, and they didn't stop these people from getting in.
Right.
It is. I don't feel ashamed as an American because this country has no fucking shame.
Not anymore.
I feel betrayed and pretty much
like the shirt of shame is just completely smashed by Trump.
Just fucked. Something has to be done, otherwise it opens a door.
Right. I think they should just kill all these people.
The next person isn't going to be a total fucking imbecile.
Exactly.
Well, exactly. That's not going to be totally imbecile. No, I don't think there should be killed, but thankfully in the times we live in,
examples of them.
Like 90% of those people are going to be given tickets or tried because of all of the camera footage. They're all filming themselves and implicating themselves.
I think we should all be allowed to throw pumpkins at them.
The stuff that went down here in Madison.
Freeze a bunch of baby ones for like 2 weeks and just chuck
those two crazy white women who, with the Black Lives Matter protest, when they beat up that gay senator.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who's a Democrat? Yeah, they had masks on, COVID mask on, and everything. But police were able to track both of them down. They were able to track down the person who was masked who firebombed the what do you call it? It was the Dane County jail system. Would you let me fucking finish, Teddy? Jesus.
My bad.
Whoa.
Damn, it takes so long.
Okay, Teddy.
What's going on? You okay?
I mean, no, he's frazzled. We got him frazzled.
He is frazzled. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm frazzled.
You're not drunk enough.
No, I guess not.
All right, so the police are able to track down people, even if they're wearing masks.
Nowadays, the fact that using cell phone footage, security camera footage, facial recognition, they find these people, and
scent of a woman.
A lot of these motherfuckers are gonna get felonies for what they did.
Well, good.
I fucking hope so.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
One chick has already been fucking killed.
Yeah, and this was one of the protesters.
We don't really know yet. She was and I had it up. I wasn't able to get the link.
She shot by Capitol Police or service or something.
She was a San Diego woman. Eddie said, "Oh, she was a 16-year-old or something." I was like, "Oh, damn!" But
I
did hear that from two different sources on Twitter, on NBC, I think it was. And
I heard it on Fox if she was 16.
Yeah, well, here they're claiming the families claimed it was her. She was a San Diego-based woman. Ashley Babbitt, 14-year Air Force veteran who lives in San Diego area with her husband,
Well, that wasn't a
who said
16-year-old.
she was a strong supporter of President Trump. Fox 5 DC later heard from Babbitt's family, and a reported her husband did not want to come to Washington D.C. Babbitt's mother-in-law told the TV station, "I really don't know why she decided to do this." So yeah, she's fucking dead.
Right.
Guess she's fucking stupid.
Play stupid games, win
win
fucking
stupid
stupid prizes,
What
right?
the fuck, man? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
No, so for a little history of the this is not the first time violence has happened in the Capitol.
All right, yeah, bring it.
There was
At 2 ashtray. At 2.
At 2. Back in July 1915, dynamite exploded in the Senate reception room.
Damn.
It was set there by Erich Munter, a German-born professor who did it as an appeal for peace for World War One.
Hmm.
I'm going to blow up things for peace.
How ironic.
Yeah.
Kill a bunch of people with
Okay.
dynamite
We're talking about the explosion right there. Did anybody else see the reports that there was explosives placed around the Capitol and stuff?
I heard too, but and they were. I think I heard too. They were disarmed, disposed of.
They were disarmed. Yeah.
I wonder, were they just fakes or were they actual explosives?
I heard on Fox News that one of them was actually exploded.
Hmm.
It was a real bomb. It wasn't
exploded. Exploded to get rid of, not like exploded and went off to.
Yeah.
Because what you could do is just have a bunch of motherfuckers like, hey, bring a random backpack and
Right.
fill it full of iron pipes with caps on the end. Don't make real bombs, but just like leave these fake bombs all around.
Some crackhead retard is gonna make real bombs. Mine's gonna be the best.
No, some crackhead's gonna come and say, this fucking metal pipe's worth money. And you steal all the backpack.
There's like this huge plot to fucking blow up the Capitol, and the crackheads steal them all for metal.
Right. They want
Like,
to
what
make
the fuck?
they make a bunch of dummy bombs so that they can never find the real bomb.
Out of your trailer for liquor money is fucked.
So there actually then for decades wasn't any issues until March 1954. There was 4 Puerto Ricans. I don't remember hearing about this. 4 Puerto Rican nationalists.
So many stories have started off.
They snuck into the ladies' gallery, that upper balcony, nosebleed section, and basically said like, "Viva Puerto Rico!"
Viva Puerto Rico!
Pulled their semi-automatic weapons out and just started firing down into Congress.
Damn!
God damn!
Yeah.
Did they not have metal detectors?
It's 1954. So
Probably not.
No, probably not. Turns out they hit 5 different representatives, but no one died. And the ringleader apparently claimed that they fired their shots just into the ceiling, like, oh, I'm just making a scene. And their whole point was like their goal was to die for the freedom of Puerto Rico from U.S. rule. But it was like they shot all their rounds off, and then they just were arrested, and they all got life sentences.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Apparently, none of them thought to lift up their shirt and pull out a fake gun to get shot.
They were lucky. They were pardoned later by President Carter. Old peacenik peanut butter.
See, like,
Carter.
They probably think nobody's dumb enough to fucking do what people did today.
Right.
So they're like,
they haven't really dealt with a mock population.
Need a few Capitol police. That's all
right. So yeah, that was in 1954. There's that newsreel which you didn't play.
I've played all that shit.
he has been going through his clips, so yeah.
1971 in March, a bomb exploded in the Senate wing of the Capitol building, but there are no injuries or significant damage. But it was the Weather Underground who did it.
Bitch.
As a protest for the Vietnam War. Then in November 1983, there was another bomb in the Senate that exploded, but no one was injured as Senate actually recessed early like earlier than expected that day. So they actually were intending to kill people.
Sounds like they need to step up their fucking security at the Capitol.
right. The so it went off when they recessed early, so there was no one in the building. But it turned out to be an armed resistance unit that was claiming it was in response to military aggression in Grenada and Lebanon. Didn't give details on whether they were caught or not. And then this one, which was actually the most deadly, which wasn't. It was in July 1998. I don't remember this. I would have been in high school, but gunman Russell Weston skipped through a security checkpoint and killed 2 Capitol officers. He got as far as like the what do you call it? The Senate whip. His office, the whip's office, and they security arrested him, but the 2 officers were the first 2 civilians to ever be honored with what do you call it, the viewing funeral thing where they have you walk through the
in the foyer or whatever the fucking thing of the Capitol.
Rotunda of the Capitol.
Rotunda, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they were the first 2 civilians to ever have that honor of a barrel in the rotunda. And then it doesn't look like there was anything since today. As far as we know, that chick is
remember when was that remember that guy who was like he was like a liberal dude and he shot up that fucking softball game. It was a few years ago. 4 or 5 years ago.
He hit that one representative.
Did he kill him?
He was one who hated Republicans, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Republican softball game.
He's one of the few liberal killers. Or, liberal extremists, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
God, I got something itchy in my eyeball. Not what a host needs. All right.
Dig in there, buddy. Get it.
As of now, well, they're now showing commercials, so they must have got to the yeah, right. I must have farted on my eye.
Yeah, I'm just really high.
Right, exactly. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't say what happened to Russell Weston. I'm sure they hit him with a brick or something like that. To go further. But anybody else want to bitch about or comment?
Hit him with a wiffle ball bat.
Oh, the point I was going to make was actually that what I think is that for one, the Q people are probably going to say this is the storm. This is the storm. Even though nothing.
Storm.
If you really think about it, like, yeah, it was reprehensible and like completely kind of just misguided nihilism, but not, like more people could have died. They actually said it was really
gonna get worse.
It was really helpful the fact that because of the coronavirus. Normally, when this happens, the Capitol Rotunda's filled with visitors and like people who can't get in to see it happening live, but like,
right.
So that normally would have been
filling the rotunda.
filled on up. So they were lucky that way. I mean, there's damage done, but it could have been a lot worse. But I think this is going to be it's now going to be like the what do they call that? God in the machine that comes down in a story to like kind of save the Republicans' asses, who can now like, this is what we're going to use as our like, oh, I just had to step away. It was like, here's my way to make a clean break. Like, you went too far.
Yeah.
Even though we all let him get away with this bullshit that all led up to it.
Right. That's a
for
good
4
point.
years. But now it's 2 weeks away before he's out of control, and all he's going to be is a Twitter nuisance.
Dude, we didn't let it get away with shit. Half the country is into it.
Oh, I know half the country is into it, but
I'm into watching it like reality TV.
Republicans are going to be able to use this as, like,
catalyst to jump the other way, to flip flop.
Trump finally crashed and burned.
Right.
I just love
Which
saying
is
Minority Leader Mitch McConnell.
yeah, right. Because right now they're in their they're I hate to say it, but they're all like, yeah. Oh, it was just terrible, terrible day. Like,
Yeah, good for me.
they're thanking all the the police officers and stuff, but they're basically like telling how brave they are. When there's begrudgingly a part of me is glad that the Capitol was stormed, and well, I guess I'm glad that it was stormed by these people and not like if it
Yeah,
was the
right.
Black Lives Matter group,
Mm-hmm.
because these people, yeah,
It'd be a lot of dead folks. That's
Right.
they're
why.
reprehensible. Yeah,
A
it would
lot
have
of
been.
dead folks. It
It would
would.
have been a
It'd
lot
be. I
worse.
mean,
Yeah.
The thing is, Teddy admitted you wouldn't even got to the doorstep.
Yeah, we wouldn't have got to the fuck. I mean,
They would have put walls up before
the
you
minute
got
they
there.
started, I mean, they got videos of guys with their shields breaking in windows. I mean, they
Yeah,
would have been fucking
they
folks
Right.
popping.
People are gonna be fucking shot.
It's. I mean, yeah, this
Yeah.
is our Congress and shit. And if it's this easy, I think it's only gonna get worse because there are a lot of people that are fine with this. And that are saying this is like you were saying, like this is the beginning or whatever. This is the storm shit. It's gonna get worse if it's this easy for these people unarmed to storm the fucking Capitol.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of what they can do. And what they can do. They showed
What
up
are
in
they doing
Michigan.
during the
I mean,
inauguration?
they all showed up in Michigan armed and shit. I mean, that should have been
True.
as
And then they
as
had a
feverish
plot
as this.
to fucking
I mean, it's
take out the governor. Remember
Right.
that?
Yeah,
Our
you
country-
say that, but I think there
Shit.
are more people that are really not okay with it.
Just
Like
by far,
really
by
not
far.
okay with it.
I know
I
a
think-
bunch of
I
conservative
wholly
people that
disagree.
are just disgusted by this, dude.
Right. Like it's too far.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like
he jumped
most
the shark.
normal people in the Liberal Party or the Democratic Party wouldn't condone some guy shooting up a softball game. That's
Right.
fucking ridiculous too.
Yeah.
Equally, like that's
Because just imagine if, let's say they stormed that, and let's not even, if they take the violence out of it, but what if they would have grabbed those electoral votes?
Well, they saved. They said they thought they were going to torch him. That's why.
Right.
They thought
Like,
they were
what are
gonna-
Imagine
they
if
gonna
they
do?
did.
no.
They're
They're
gonna
recorded
burn them.
somewhere. It
Yeah,
isn't
burn
like
them.
Yeah,
that's
they
the
thought they were gonna
only
burn them.
thing. Well, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna burn the fucking pieces of paper?
it's
We
the
know
only
who
copy.
won.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Been
But-
tallied up.
fuck
They
yeah.
could do a fucking recount again if they're really
They
unsure.
can do a recount, but we're getting at, we are tearing down American democracy, and once
the
you
symbols
get
of the democracy.
to a certain point, nothing matters.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
matters.
Well, that's the thing. That's the core nihilism of what they did. Was just that. It was like, this doesn't matter. It's just like this whole thing is rigged,
Right.
And it's like when they get so many of these people are at that point where they full-heartedly decide that like my reality is the reality,
Mhm.
and that everyone
But
else
for a lot of
has
people-
to accept it.
But a lot of people's reality is that their fucking rights are getting ready to be taken.
Fucking real pieces of shit.
Right, I mean, they think their First Amendment rights or Second Amendment rights is what I've been hearing are going to get taken, and
Yeah.
now
They've been saying that for
fucking,
years.
Right.
And they always, and I get that they always will be saying that, but
I think-
that's how they're justifying their actions.
I think they should get out gigantic fire hoses and batons.
Yeah, whatever
and just
happened to
start
fire
Right,
hose
yeah,
now?
let's bring it
shit out of
back.
these fucking people.
See, they only
So
they
that-
only
I
No one
guarantee
likes
you,
getting
after
wet.
10 minutes, a lot of them are going to be like, "All right, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I know.
This is a bit
My
ridiculous."
phone's broken. I'm wet.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Oh
they,
yeah.
they only
Nowadays,
use
a
those
fire
tactics
hose
in the
would-
60s against blacks, for God's sakes.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bring
For
it,
white
bring it
people.
around.
We don't do that to our. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't even have to turn the pressure up high. Just get them wet and ruin their phones, and they can't tweet anything about it. They'll get bored and leave.
I see three dudes on this call, 3 white dudes that would willingly go to DC and douse those people with fire hoses. You know what I mean? I'll do it for
I
them.
would go just have a cattle prod and hit the puddle.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a good.
God,
I'm
it's-
just saying,
It'd
like,
be like a
it's
real life
so-
VR game. Oh, Orca, I went over here.
ridiculous what they're fucking doing. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
that we're
I don't-
seeing. We have to witness this shit.
they've been like, these people have been talking themselves up, jacking each other off in the corner, talking about how this fucking, like, when they I mean, they've been doing this. It's been going on for a while. Like you said, I'm in a different demographic than y'all are. So
Mhm.
I am down here in the South, and down here it is fucking. I mean, the night of the election, people at the range were talking fucking Civil War and shit. How I was being stolen and things like that. It's. I mean, yeah, it's
when were you at the
perception is
range
everything.
last?
I haven't been there in a while, but got a new scope. I'm going Saturday.
But yeah,
I
they
got
were.
scope
There other
too.
people there were talking about how it was stolen.
I mean, yeah, I've got the headphones I have are Walker Harrison Code, so I can hear pretty much everything, and it deads out the
Crank
gunshot
that
after a
shit
while.
up so you
I
can
crank
hear
that shit up so
everybody.
I can hear you down the other end of the stall talking to your buddy while I'm fucking popping off my gun. And so, like, and you're hearing people like talk about how, like, yeah, how did they find all these votes overnight? She's like, I went to sleep, Trump was winning, and I wake up and Trump's lost. And I mean, it was
They
very.
don't understand how counting
Right.
works.
It doesn't matter. Perception is reality. These people perceive,
You know,
Yeah.
that their country
population
is taken from
centers
them
and shit, dude.
against their
You
will.
know,
I mean,
not every
these
county
candidates-
has 87 people.
Willfully
full vote.
ignorant of the mechanisms that make these things happen.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and they are, but it's. I mean, yeah, they feel like I've been. I mean, it's funny. I go to the range and the guy tried to sell me a brand new assault rifle because like, they go try to take it away from you. What about one now? I'm like, no, I'm good. I mean, I've been here, like, if I've been hearing for years they're gonna take our guns and it's
Oh
after a
God,
while.
I've been hearing that
I mean-
shit since the
I mean,
90s.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
And
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
sure
at some point, you got to stop. I keep telling people, like, if they're gonna take him, it's fine. I'll get him illegally, like the criminals do. It's not. It's. At what
Yeah.
point do you stop believing this shit when it doesn't happen? I mean, nobody has ever, like, knocked them out. I've never heard of anybody knocking on somebody's door taking their guns ever. If
yeah,
it's out there,
that's
please
it.
show
Well,
it to
you
me.
know
Send it to
what's
me. But
more dangerous
these
than
people
that?
are really
Fucking
people.
mobs mobbing the fucking U.S. Capitol,
Exactly.
They are more
yeah.
dangerous. Yes.
which happened fucking today. These fucking idiots are the most dangerous thing to our American democracy and our freedoms.
Well,
Fucking
yeah,
assholes.
when it's a choose your own conspiracy story to them.
Speaking
Yeah.
of conspiracy, here's my conspiracy, dude. I'll shit you not. We're gonna find out in a few days if I'm right or not. I think that Trump is. I don't think he's as stupid as he's letting on. I think he knows that New York and these other places are building cases against him, and they're gonna be waiting for him. I think he's trying to get them to use the 25th Amendment to fucking take power away from him so he can flee before these places are ready. Yeah.
Well,
I
he should have
shit you not,
started.
dude.
He should have
He
started
will
this.
he will be in fucking Argentina.
Well, I don't think, but I
He's
think
using it to
fucking
flee. He can
Moscow.
just flee at any
Yeah.
moment. He's the president.
He can't just fucking take Air Force One and fucking go to Moscow and shit and hang out. He can if he's not president
But I mean,
anymore.
what's
he won't
stopping
take
him
Air
from
Force One.
fleeing after 2 weeks? You know,
you got to
why
say
would he
he's
have
got
to go to
They could
this
be
length?
waiting for him, is what I'm saying.
he's got 2 more weeks left in office, man. I mean, it's just gonna happen.
They could have that 2 weeks to prep their cases and get
Ma-
the paperwork in order.
Well,
They
I mean,
can't.
shit.
That's
tell
what
you
they're
what,
Talk about
waiting
the
for.
fucking
Drop it on him
11th
right.
He's
hour.
trying to run before they fucking get in on his ass, dude. He ain't dumb. I'm telling you.
Well, he's a procrastinator. He should have started
Maybe I
this
watched
shit
too
6
many
months
movies
ago.
and shit, but yeah,
Yeah, that's
Dude,
not gonna happen. That's like too
I watched a
elaborate.
lot of- go
Um,
ahead.
for how much he fucked this up. So, all right, let's move along to what's sexy section. What's sexy with Oracle?
Reviews on the Red Eye Report. So started
Woo!
writing reviews. We do the video games and do
And
movies,
you're gonna love my fucking fuck. What you think then? Woo.
video games and movies and shit like that. So I gave a Red Eye Report style review of the Xbox Series X. I've had it for a couple weeks now, so you can kind of read some vulgar reviewing of video game shit on our the RedEyeReport.com and some other articles. So check that out, and I will be writing up some other ones. I doubt these fucks will do anything. They're lazy.
Yes, they are.
I look. I'm not good with the words like you are, bro. I'm just being honest.
What?
Yeah, this shit cool.
You should do a talk to text review.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be wonderful.
It will be wonderful. It's gonna be golden.
That's it.
That's it. All
700
right.
words, no punctuation.
Moving next to Mistic, Operation Odessa.
It is a documentary on Netflix that I just watched.
Jesus Christ. What kind of a show are we running
Oh
here?
my god, man! They don't fucking get it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's why they used to beat children. So they got it.
Netflix has a documentary called Operation Odessa. It is by far the craziest real life story that I have heard in a very long time. It's about Russians selling fucking submarines to drug cartels and people stealing tens of millions of dollars from and running from the cops. Dude, it's insane. Do you remember that movie Lord of War?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
Nick
it was,
Where he
Cage?
started
Nick
buying
Cage, yep.
where he started buying shit from the Russian after the Soviet Union collapsed.
Yeah.
That's basically the plot of this documentary, but it's real.
No shit.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy shit. Like it starts off, and this is the first fucking like they're interviewing this guy, and he goes, yeah. So I call up my friend. And this is a Russian dude named Tarzan, big ass fucking burly dude. He's like, call up my friend. I said, hey, I ask you a weird question. Can you get me submarine? He says, all right, give me a little while. Calls back 2 days later. He says, you want submarine with missiles or without? I said, really? And then and then the credits roll. I'm like, oh my god! All right,
I'm watching this shit
here
tonight.
we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really well done. The interviews are fucking nuts. Like these guys, they interviewed a dude who's been on the run. I don't know how they got this interview, but he's been on the run since 1990. 30 years. He's
Wow.
an international fugitive.
No shit. Who's he running from? Is he from everybody, or is he
The
running from...
U.S. government for cocaine smuggling. He's running from the Cali cartel for stealing $10 million from
Oh
them.
my god.
Holy shit.
He's running from fucking other nations. Like nobody knows where he lives. He just pulled up on this. He's in this Learjet, and they interviewed him
Wow.
on a runway in Africa somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
That's
that's
pretty
how
cool.
that's how high roller we're talking. Like we're talking like
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar, like the henchman
Right.
roller. But like this dude was up there. It's a fucking great documentary. Check it out.
What was it called again?
Operation Odessa.
Operation Odessa.
And that's on Netflix?
Yeah, that's
How
what
the
the
fuck-
that's what the
no, wait.
operation was called.
If the
the
cartel and
task
the government
force.
can't find him, how did they find him to fucking interview him?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how the fuck they got these interviews, dude.
So I mean, yeah, so okay.
People
check it
want
out.
some... If they have assurances that they can get away with it, they want the fame, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
the
And this dude,
badass
maybe-
fucking...
this dude, you could tell this guy is one of those types of dudes. Like he just loves talking about it.
Right, especially
Mhm.
when you've been out of it for 30 years, you're kind of,
Right.
you
Till
used to
he
be the hot
takes off,
shot.
He gets hit with a Stinger missile.
Yeah, it's nostalgia.
I mean,
Right.
how did the production keep that quiet? I mean, really, we're gonna get to interview this guy. I mean, somebody can tell his girlfriend that she can get picked up. I mean, it's
I don't know.
I'm yeah.
Damn, this just in. There's Business Insider's headlines. Major manufacturing trade group calls on Pence to invoke 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office and preserve democracy.
There was
Yeah.
representatives who said that they were calling his office to tell him to do it officially, like sending him fucking
Yeah,
like official letters of
I
invoke
think
the
he's
25th type of
he's
shit.
such a lapdog. He's
think-
not gonna do.
No,
Well,
I don't
he
think he
threw
will.
he threw him under the bus. I think he would. I think he.
They don't need
get it.
him to though.
He threw him under the
because
bus as politely as he would anyways.
I
the
think
way
if they get a majority of the cabinet, even without the vice president, I think they can do it.
it would be
He's
it would
going
be a
mad
sick
with power.
burn to
Yeah.
basically to get him on the 25th Amendment before he's even
Dude, he's
out,
a
and he's only got
fucking
2 weeks left.
lunatic. What
Yeah.
happens if he just fucking types into I just want to bomb Iran?
Well, he can't do it by himself. He can't
Yes,
just
he
go
can.
over, just hit a button, hit a button, and
Yes,
fucking
he
send it.
can. He can tell the guy holding
He
the
can
fucking
tell them to do
briefcase
it.
that's 10 feet
They would
from him.
have to disobey
Yeah,
orders.
he can, but he's the guy's not gonna fucking do it, really.
Well,
Really?
Really?
Are you really? I mean,
I got 2 weeks out. Hey, let's go bomb some brown people.
Dude.
Give me the suitcase.
What if-
That's
what
not
if-
gonna happen. I mean, really.
you don't know,
I
man.
mean, really. I look.
You
I have
think
very
so?
little.
I mean,
I have very little faith in Americans, and
I
even
didn't
less
think
faith
a
in white
fucking
people.
reality TV star would be president either.
But it wouldn't happen, Mr. President. I'm not giving you the suitcase. It's not fucking you or out of your fucking mind. I'm telling you. The Secret Service, somebody would stop him. Like, we're not doing this. For God's sakes.
Yeah,
Hope so.
get the fuck out of here.
I'm pretty disappointed in you, Teddy. Of all people on this show, I would have thought you would have went along with that.
No, look, I have kids too. I want to give them away, but I don't want to see them nuked.
All right, moving along to Teddy, Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Phoenix with an F.
Also known as Assassin's Creed Zelda, or yeah. If a Zelda game and Assassin's Creed had a baby, this is what it would be. The game looks like Breath of the Wild, plays like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The game, it looks great. What I really find interesting is and enjoyable is the story of the game. The story's been told by Prometheus to Zeus. They do interject all the time. It's actually kind of funny. If you have kids like I do, it'd be a great jump off to these kind of open world games. It's set up kind of like I said, just like Zelda. You got different areas, you have 4 or 5 different areas where you have to go and get things, and the bad guys in the mountain in the middle that you can always see.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on Greek mythology. So you have things like fucking what's the guy, the kid who had the wings, Icarus's wings.
I should bring
The
up
sword you have is Achilles' sword. And you get blessings from gods. It's a pretty cool, pretty fun game. It's kind of like a blatant ripoff of like they kittied up Assassin's Creed. They even have stealth attacks, and they kind of just ripped off Breath of the Wild. I mean, the art's kind of exactly the same. To get horses, you sneak up on them and shit, just like any other. It's kind of the best of both worlds in a more childish way, and it's actually pretty fucking cool.
So is it? I guess this looked cool to me, but I was wondering if it was going to be like too easy. Like, is it going to?
It's difficulty the same as Zelda.
Okay.
The one thing I didn't like about it was the way the buttons are set up. There's a lot more shit you can do in this game than you can do in the Assassin's Creed game or the Zelda games. There's a lot of the attacks are 2 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing this thing now where, just like most games, where they put the attacks on the right bumpers. So top bumper is light, and the right trigger is fucking is fierce. And I'm not a fan of that. So when I switched mine to X and Y, it kind of, I had to do a lot of switching around for things. I got it fixed out. But the game looks awesome. It's
They
real
didn't have
fun.
legacy controls on it. Or...
Wow.
Maybe you should get a trackball out. So you can play.
Trackball.
Bring it out. Oh shit, man. Wow.
I mean, it definitely looks cool. I think it's actually on sale right now.
It is. It was. I picked it up for like $40, I think.
Yeah.
It's done by Ubisoft Quebec. I'm a big fucking Ubisoft fan. But yeah, check it out. It's real cool.
Right?
It's really whatever. It's really, really cool. It's actually, the fact that I'm so into it is actually surprising. And one of the, like I said, the way they interject in the story and things like that, it's what's keeping me in it. I mean, Zeus and Prometheus are kind of funny to make fun of each other.
For? What system?
It's on I believe it's on all major systems. I'm playing it on Xbox. I do know for a fact it is available on Switch. They do have what I like about this. It's called an online save mode. So if I do get it on Switch, I don't have to start the game over. I can put whatever save I want to, send it online. And so when I get on Switch, I can fucking log in and fucking grab my shit.
I really like that. They have that for Rocket League too. So when I play on PC or when I'm on Xbox, all my settings automatically go over, and I have the same ranking in every same account. Every company should.
Yeah, I'm surprised more games.
They really should. Those
Yeah, Yeah, I have the
First
Division
world
on
video game
Xbox
problems.
and on PlayStation,
Right.
and I'm surprised they
Right.
didn't do it for that game.
Other kids are running for their lives, trying not to be beheaded right now.
I need my
Yeah, right.
saves to
People are getting
fucking
shot in our
transfer
We're
capital.
over,
over here
okay?
like,
Complaining about our
man,
game saves.
should I play on PC today? I don't know.
play it again.
While slaves are digging up rare earth materials
Yeah.
to fucking make
Cadmium
these
to make
electronics.
Okay,
Or
y'all brought a real sick
Some-
turn about sexy. Okay,
Make
I was,
some
I was up here. Y'all brought it
Trafficked
down
little
here.
girl has taken a shot. in
We
the
can
mouth
stop
right
and move
now
on to Ashtray now.
by some
Ashtray's
fucking
up next.
Arab
My
What's
Chetty.
that
Oh.
bought her on a fucking
yeah.
boat in the
He's
Pacific.
right.
All
Oh
right.
my god. You're all
Moving on to
assholes.
me. Trump's got Georgia on his mind. It's like it seems like it was forever ago, but it was only what, half a week? Yeah, Tuesday. Yesterday was
Half
the
a
election.
week? It was yesterday.
Well, half a week was when the phone call came out. Was it
Oh,
was it
all right.
Sunday that the phone call came out?
It was Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like it was off more than a week ago, but
Just pretty much
so
begs
much
for votes.
happens.
I need $12. Come on, guys.
This
Just
4
$12.
years has been
Right before you
exhausting.
leave. Yeah, right? No shit. Ashtray's like, last year? We're like, dude, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah. I often slip the time-space continuum. But man, that phone call, if really, it should be a civic duty that for people to really grasp the madness that is trying to run a country with the commander being Trump, is listen to that hour-long phone call. It's like it's got all of like the best Trumpisms. It's hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious in the fact that we were sure that Biden really won by now. But if this were, any other country, it's like, yep, this is what they do to steal the shit. And he's the one talking about.
Yeah.
It's like that's how he tricks people. Is he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna protest about stealing this election while stealing the election.
Yeah.
Trying to find votes that weren't really there.
Yeah.
It's like to just claim with no evidence that you really did win, and it's just like you're protesting corruption when you're actually doing the corruption yourself.
Right.
It's just
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why Trump is the postmodern president. He doesn't know what that means, but that is
knows what he's
that
doing.
fucking dichotomy.
He knows what he's doing. Fucking strategy. It's fucking chaos. It's all a fucking
It's
shell
like
game.
you think though
yeah, it's
God, I hope he
obfuscation
gets
at its
nailed though
best.
after this. Just like chaos has to catch up to him. Chaos is also intertwined with karma.
Well, it hasn't in 78 years. Or whatever, however old he is. What is he, 70 something? 73, 71?
Yeah, old enough.
Now that you've said
Too old
this
to be making
25th
rules.
this 25th Amendment thing, and him, wouldn't that be like if his lawyers were like, look, you're fucked. So you need to start taking some
You need to
drastic
run.
you need
He
to
ain't
start
going to
taking some
prison.
drastic
Dude
measures
ain't
here.
doing a day in prison. He's going to Moscow. He's
Cash
going to get
out
pushed off
all
a
your
balcony somewhere in fucking Moscow.
cash out your investments.
Yeah.
Take all the gold you've got.
He said they got too much shit. They know too much.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It'll be interesting too to see
14
where,
days.
especially his kids and like
Dude,
Jared Kushner.
Grandpa's throwing a tantrum because he lost. He's off his
They're
medication,
still gonna think they're
and
as
we're all gonna be
important
fucked.
as they are when their father dies, and no one's gonna give a shit. They probably will run out of money too, because they basically lived off of his grifting. Ivanka was double dipping on the funds for, basically like, oh, I'm a consultant for Trump's reelection campaign. Oh, I'm also an employee of Trump's reelection campaign. It's like you can't just get paid for both of those things. Fucking dumb bitch. All right, moving along. Fuck what you think. Oracle.
bitch.
Star
Wow.
Wars.
I've been watching movies lately. I'm generally somebody that doesn't
shit.
watch a lot of movies. We used to do a movie
Okay.
every week for the Red Eye Report. Yes,
Yeah,
Teddy.
you used to.
Oh, did you watch the new 3 movies?
So I watched the first one of the new ones.
Oh yeah, well, see,
Star
these
Wars?
3.
Yeah, Star
What, number
Wars
7?
7. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
7.
so don't that was
So
a little
I
too
have
much.
Disney
Awakens.
Plus. I'm actually digging Disney
It's
with the
pretty
stuff
cool, isn't it?
because I haven't watched any of this yet. I don't have kids. I haven't watched any of the Marvel movies.
Or Peppa Pig?
I fuck Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig can go fuck himself in the ass. Star Wars, it's so predictable. Like the 7th one, it's like goddamn. And then when it's like, oh well, we don't know what we're gonna do here, so we're just gonna use the fucking Force. That's some
Yeah,
serious fucking bullshit.
7, 8, 9 are just literally they're the
Yeah,
same movies.
same movies. Yep.
I
Yeah, just
really
like-
like the originals. I haven't seen the originals in a long time, but I remember thinking like, oh wow, this is exciting, right? And I think the
Yeah, 'cause
Mandalorian
it
is
was
kind of
different.
right.
I liked 1 through 6. I thought 1 through 6 was good. You know, excluding Jar Jar Binks.
I liked number 3 as far as like for the newer ones. Like 1 and 2 are kind of meh.
Yeah. I think the
3 was pretty good.
Mandalorian.
All those prequels sucked ass. Are you kidding me?
You like the Spider-Man movies? Eat a fucking dick.
I just like the director of the Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
better.
okay.
We've gone over this before.
I think the Mandalorian season 2 especially has ruined me for Star Wars because
Oh yeah, it's
the quality of that is so much better.
It's so much
so
better.
much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, the storytelling is
the thing about the
fucking way
Mandalorian.
better.
The Mandalorian in 2021 captures the live space feeling of Star Wars the original, because that wasn't digital. That shit was
all sets.
puppetry. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It was
right.
set pieces and puppetry and fucking like real world effects, and that's what the Mandalorian does. There's
Mhm.
hardly any fucking CGI in it except for that atrocious fucking
It's all the
Luke
background.
thing at the
Skywalker?
end.
They got
Yeah.
that big circular room they're using now for all the effects.
Oh yeah, that's right. They use like an LED
Yeah,
like,
that's
instead of
why
a
it
green
looks
screen.
different. They're in front of a curved screen that's almost completely all the way around them. So they make physical sets, but then instead of having a flat green screen and then they do the CGI, it's
Oh,
projected
shit.
right there on the screen. And then it's also
They can
tied
move
in with the
around it.
cameras. So
Yeah.
when the cameras move,
Okay.
that
The
background
perspective. I got you.
monitor shifts with the
Wow.
perspective like a VR would.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No shit.
So that's I think
That's
that's
cool as
why
shit.
it's it's
Right.
pretty fucking nifty.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah, and the storytelling, Star Wars always has good fucking, but the storytelling in The Mandalorian legitimately, oh wow, what's gonna happen next? Like you're seriously like, oh, this is cool. Like I kind of see where this is going, but I'm not, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. The fucking movies are so worn and rote. They're just doing the same fucking thing every time.
Have you seen Rogue One?
I
Oracle?
haven't. No.
Watch that next.
Okay.
Seriously, because that's the first one. That happens before
That's like a
Before,
side
yeah.
movie.
anything
Star Wars,
else.
yeah.
Before
Yeah.
Star Wars, even like A New Hope, before the first
Oh,
movie.
Rogue One happened before even the first
Yeah,
movie?
it's
Episode
there,
1?
Yeah. And it's
guess I haven't
probably the
watched in a
best
while, I
Star
can't
Wars
remember.
movie that I've seen.
No shit. Okay.
I'll check it out.
Rogue
I
One.
know the last scene is fucking awesome. I've watched that before.
The last scene is fucking the most phenomenal scene in
Seen
Star
it,
Wars
right?
history.
Killed her
Yeah,
daughter.
it's like, yeah.
It's
All right.
Who's
music,
next?
just
Who's
the
next?
fucking man. that's
Moving
great.
along.
Yeah.
Hey, so what? I guess they have a completely different writing team. Then I was gonna say, what's the difference? Why is the Mandalorian so much better? Have they just decided to hire all new writers?
John
and stuff?
Favreau, man. I'm serious.
Who
I
also
discussed this with Hayrod.
He also directs
If John Favreau had done the new Star Wars movies, they would have been good, in my opinion.
So has he done other things, John Favreau?
He did
Yeah, all the Iron
movies.
Man
He did all the
movies.
Iron Man movies. Yeah.
He did the new Lion King. He's done. He did the Mandalorian. He created, writes, and directs the Mandalorian. Not all. I don't think he directs all of them, all the episodes, but Yeah, he's a fucking. I like his movies. I think he's good at what he does.
Yeah. I actually like that when shows will have different writers and directors for different episodes.
Right.
I think it
Yeah.
makes it kind of a cool dynamic when you do that.
There's a Bob Burgers episode where they have like each section is
Oh, I do like
it's,
that.
it's
That's really
animated. It's
cool.
animated
Yeah.
by a different
By somebody else.
Hmm.
by
They
somebody else.
Yeah,
they
that's
have
Yeah.
hired
badass.
like 100 and some different like animators, and every scene is animated differently.
Yeah.
Burgers.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome show.
It is cool. Yeah, comedies, or not even just comedies, but like those superhero movies or shows that do that, like fucking like the Luke Cage one and the Daredevil and all that shit. They were always different directors for every episode too. So like you could feel which ones had, like some directors had a style.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Moving along. Mystic, the high cost of processed foods.
Yeah, so like processed foods are so much cheaper, obviously, in our society, which is disgusting because it just promotes, people eating it more because they're not paying as much. And so,
Well, and
I
it lasts
recently-
longer too.
yeah, I have to eat healthier, man. I just have to do it. So I started fucking buying seafood, fish, shit, and that shit's fucking crazy expensive comparatively to a fucking box of hamburgers.
And you're still
You know what
hungry
I
then.
mean?
You're like, God damn it.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I just fucking our society is fucked.
You consider hamburgers processed food? I mean, I know it's
If you
ground
buy
meat.
them from the
but,
supermarket, yeah. Well, I mean, ground meat is processed. That's the whole.
I mean, that is a process. But when I think processed, I'm thinking, like
Hot
tortilla
dogs.
chips, hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs.
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
processed. Stuff that has really got a lot of
Yeah.
additives or
Hot pockets, shit like that. I hear you.
yeah,
Just
refined.
like,
Well, that's like the
You
toxic
just got
waste
Bob's
of
Burgers playing in
fucking.
the
Yeah.
background.
the stuff where it has all those preservatives and stuff in it.
Right.
Like at least ground beef is just ground beef, unless you're getting it, from a back
Yeah.
alley. But,
You're right.
Yeah, but you don't know. But like you said, it's processed. You don't know what parts they're putting in the ground beef.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. But when I'm saying processed, I'm talking
there
like
is a
I just
refined
mean like
carbohydrates.
fish.
acceptable
just-
amount of rat shit that it can be in ground beef. So
I mean,
eat a
like
lot of
buying a fish like salmon, like a couple salmon fillets compared to like a bag of fish sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I know that.
well,
that
most
salmon is
farms
just a salmon
feed
fillet.
them. They feed them like shrimps, like shit colored with shrimp whatever's, so you don't have to dye them.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you
You said salmon, right? You said dyeing salmon.
Yeah. No, not dying. What?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Buying.
Buying. Okay, I thought you said dying because
No, if you like buy a couple fucking salmon fillets,
okay.
you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
like
I said
some fish sticks. Like,
They run-
which one's better? Obviously, the salmon's
Obviously
gonna
the
Right.
cost more because it's fucking. But
Yeah.
why?
It's real.
Remember
You know
when
what I mean?
that
Like,
came
what I'm
out?
saying, your processor, like, what's in that processed shit that it costs so much less?
Like one
I think
year.
it's part of it is the ingredients just last longer, and so it's also more shelf stable. They can build on a larger scale, which reduces
it's-
price per unit. And whereas fish, it's got such a slow or a short expiration time to stay fresh. Otherwise, like no one likes bad fish.
Well, remember like a year ago?
Family Vacation. Remember he had his company made that milk that could be reserved for up to 2 years, and he gave his fucking
Oh yeah.
yeah, he gave his family milk.
Like a year. It must have been like 2 years ago now. Aldi, it came out like their fish. I think it was the salmon. Maybe it was a
Had
different
Venereal
type of
disease?
fish, but it was cheap because food at Aldi is cheap. But it was also funding North Korea's crystal meth program.
What?
What?
Yeah.
All
What?
the money gets
So-
Yeah,
no,
like it
so-
was like
so make
directly
that picture
linked to
didn't happen.
fucking North Korea's meth
Oh.
program.
So like they were
What?
buying the fish from North Korea.
It was like some kind of a racket where it was, like had something to do with their meth program. Like it was funding it directly.
Crazy. What?
Yeah.
Oh, this salmon is so delicious.
Wow.
There wasn't actually meth
Wow,
in it. The proceeds
No,
from
I'm just saying, like the people are enjoying this nice salmon fillet while
Like
fucking
meth heads in
while
North Korea could be eating the
North
fish they
Korean
catch.
midget meth heads are running around, fucking. Thanks, lady. Fucking.
Right? Don't need to eat a fish when I got this meth.
Yeah. We don't need to feed people. We'll just give them meth, and they'll forget that they're fucking starving to death.
Yes, they will. All right,
Reproductive
moving along.
relations.
Okay, so I googled like all these funding Korean meth, and I got a video that says huge scandals all these might never recover from. Funding North Koreans nukes, the horse meat scandal, and worker abuse claims are the
shit.
top 3.
That's a whole lot of
things in there.
scandals. Yet they're still selling.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't fucking shop at all these.
So-
Well, they do a lot of
Ever
meth in
live
North
from,
Korea.
I forgot about that.
My fuck what you think is gonna be fuck it, I'll just do the woman who got her ass shot. She was when you see in that video, she's one of those right up on that window, busting the glass out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect?
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't have to spend any more time chastising her because she's dead. Moving along, Teddy. Dumb people and the reviews they post.
Ah.
I'm not talking about you, buddy. I'm talking about when you're buying something online. Like I was looking for a scope from I wanted a big scope because I can't see that fucking far. So I was looking for one that was sort of cheap, and they have some expense. They have the because if you go to other sites like Trendicon, they want like $1,500 for a scope. So I was going to other sites. I got this one off Amazon. It's and when you look at the reviews these people put, they'll give a 1-star review because they got the wrong thing. Like I got a new tablet for Christmas, so I got a little tablet case. When I looked at the reviews, the top like the 1-star reviews, like the first 5 were people who didn't read the description and bought the wrong fucking thing. And I'm like, just pay the fucking attention. And,
Right.
I'm like, but that's not a reason to give the item the merchandise a 1 star. It was just
Yeah.
very, very fucking annoying when I'm trying to actually find things that I really well. I mean, the safe, the gun safe I brought. I mean, a lot of people were breaking where you put the batteries in it, and I'm like, what did you fucking Hulk the shit off? I mean, you push it in, it pops down, take the batteries out, and
Right.
but people are giving it a 1 star. I'm like, I don't get. Just fucking people.
It's because people are dumb.
Dumb, I
said
know, I get it.
I've said it before, man.
I'll say it
I
again.
get it, but I
They're
mean,
just dumb.
it's just so fucking
stupid.
frustrating. It's most
Use your
reviews are because of
intelligence to
user error.
sift through the weeds of dumb.
As
I
we've
do,
seen,
right, but it's very
The
frustrating.
Weeds
to
of
do that.
Dumb.
That is
That's
what
a
I'm
good
bitching about.
fucking band name.
Just let me enjoy my fuck you thing.
The weeds of dumb.
Stop trying to tread on me, Mystic. Okay.
the
Except you
one
spell it
side of the
B-U-S.
my life
their side
matters.
of the bell curve is very steep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, it's very frustrating. These fucking dumb.
Yeah, I found that doing the most recent reviews, so whenever you're on Amazon or whatever, it will do featured, and that isn't a good representation. I always change that to the most recent, and then at least I kind of see like, okay, I get
Yeah.
like a chronology or whatever of what's going on. But yeah, it's frustrating because people are just total fucking
I
like
almost
review
look
bombs.
more at the reviews for people saying whether the customer service was good, because nowadays all the products are basically the same. Unless you're buying like high-end shit. So if you buy a
That's true.
case, it's probably the same fucking type of case that another
Yeah.
company is going to sell that may have a little higher rating. So you're going to get roughly the same shit. But
Right.
if one company has better customer service, that way if it is fucked up, I can return it. That's what I usually look at.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
otherwise, if I buy a big product, I know what brand I want. You know what I mean? I'll pay
Yeah. I won't flippantly
$75
buy
more
something that's
for a
gonna be a pain in
brand
the
that I
ass.
know is gonna be good. You know, but for like regular shit, I don't even look at that fucking reviews. But you're right, Teddy. People are dumb on there. My
Fucking
husband
stupid.
couldn't figure out how to pull off the grease trap on this grill. Like I got an electric griddle, and that was like one of them. You know,
Because they couldn't get the
it
grease trap
literally
out.
just slides out on the bottom.
Yeah, how do you not
Yeah.
figure that
Like,
out?
how do you not know fucking where the
Some people
how
have
it is?
no
But then when they do
mind
try
to
to,
figure
when
things out.
they instead of sliding it out, they yank or whatever, and it
They
Yeah.
falls over.
spill
It
fucking
falls over and
flaming hot
breaks.
Fucking
grease,
Spills
all-
burns
grease
his
all over their
balls.
linoleum.
Like, dude, what are
Jesus.
you?
Their balls.
Why do you have to go straight to ball burning every fucking time?
Right?
Every
you guys call me
time,
the
man.
Jesus Christ!
Don't burn. When I went to a sperm bank in Seattle, I was trying to get some college, and they had these pamphlets in the sperm bank, and one of them I'll never forget. It says, "Don't burn your balls, bro," and it's just a pamphlet about wearing loose fucking underwear, not
Yeah.
wearing tight pants,
Oh,
so you can protect your
heat
fucking
lowers your
your
count.
balls.
Yeah, because heat.
Wow.
That's why your balls hang low and they wobble to and fro.
To and fro.
Yeah, they have it.
All right. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Cracker Jack Box. You stale ass fucking treat.
That
That's
is
our
a
show.
shit-ass treat, dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah.
We're going to be here every Wednesday or Thursday night, 10 p.m. Central. So make sure you join the conversation with us at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/redeyereport. You can also twiddle us at redeye_report. We probably don't use that anymore. Hail Schlegbaugh.
No,
Like,
that
share.
is what it
That
is.
is the
Red
one.
Eye
It is the one now.
_report.
Redeye_.
Use it, bro. Use it.
We're down for whatever. I'm the ashtray.
Schlegbob runs it.
I'm Oracle.
I'm Mystic.
And I'm Teddy saying fuck white people, storm capitals.
Jesus.
And this is
Tell
the
me what to
Red Eye
do, goddammit.
Report.
All right, not too bad for pulling it out of my ass at the last minute.
It was